It just popped up top chat. So I don't know what this is now. Let me see. All right. Hello, everybody out there. This is Shockeycast video. Take three, finally, because we did some earlier things. And apparently my mic has some issues I got to work on with some things like that. So I took it off for the live YouTube casting. You wouldn't have been able to see it in the first place. But I have a top chat. So live stream, we actually have live chat. So people who come on here, you can actually say, hey, I can't hear you, or I can hear you, or this is something interesting that's been going on that I'd like to, kind of hear what you have to say about. Where I'm at is 10:37 p.m. Don't worry about the curtains. There's no window there. We just thought, it'd be a great background. What was that?
The walls when the lights are on are bright, so if you have something dark behind you, you'll be able to see.
Okay, yeah, she's got a point there. So stop the reflection from our lights. We have a light that's right behind the computer, and so with the reflection of it, the reflection would have came off and it would have came toward the camera. So gotten some suggestions to point out suggestions. Don't know what to talk about with that because I don't have anything lined up. Spider! My fiance hates spiders. I kind of don't have a phobia towards the hero when it comes to that. Like Spider-Man, And she's like Jane, Mary Jane, I guess. Redheaded, kind of scared of spiders. I don't know if Mary Jane was actually afraid of spiders or not. I posted on Facebook, for Shockey in the afternoon, saying, whoever wants to come on here, they can. We can have some live chats, some friendly chats, and whatever, kind of keeping track of me in general. It's a good way to keep in touch with family, keep in touch with friends, keep in touch with anybody in general. And haven't heard anything lately, but this is a take 3. Hopefully this one will be fine. We can actually put this on. The last one, I saw a video of it. I saw one. I don't know if anybody was listening to it or watching the previous take 2 one, where I thought the mic would be fine and everything, but apparently the wind was hitting the microphone and it was going. So I had to cut it. I had to take it out, and I had to get the mic off and use the actual speakers on the bottom of the computer.
No, it's on my head. But I took my friend.
Got a little kitty cat right here.
Her boyfriend was going to do my.
See a little kitty cat? Mm-hmm. Go to my page, Shockey in the Afternoon Facebook page. We actually have a Facebook page. I'm going to eventually get a picture to put on there and try to create the next big form of entertainment, as in podcasting, as in basically trying to create new content, just like we get all the time, which creating new content, creating new material, live streaming. This is a new experience because we don't ever know who's going to come on here and watch. You don't know who's going to come on here and watch. It could be people pop up here randomly. And I'm very thankful whoever does, even if it's bad criticism or good criticism, you probably have better content than I do when it comes to basic materials in general. This time we didn't have any music in the background popping up, Usually we have guests. We just don't have guests. You hear voices in the background. That's just, that's my fiance and her brother's girlfriend. So that's about it. And, but yeah, we've had a lot of things going on. We have moved into this house right here, another house. Rent's a little bit higher than usual, but it'll be all right. And, we're not sick. I'm very surprised. We're not sick anymore. We were sick a while back from the flu. which was caused by people over in New Orleans after we went to go watch Bert Kreischer. If you don't know Bert Kreischer, he's known as the Machine. And he was talking about that story too when he, I've already knew about it because I watched him before on a lot of specials. But I introduced my fiance to him. We went down to New Orleans. We got a thing over at the Hilton, and we enjoyed ourselves. Next week or two, you got sick. We got badly sick with the flu. We had bad sinus problems, and just in general, we wasn't feeling very well at all. So, if you haven't got a chance and you are in the selective cities, Bert Kreischer is a great comedian to watch. He's more frat boy style, so you're going to get a lot of comedy, but you're also going to get a lot of profanity and also a lot of adult content that may not be suitable for children under the age of 18. So you're going to get a lot of that. But in general, the way he presents that content is really decent and it's fine, and I have no issue with it whatsoever. He actually had a very good setup whenever we watched him in New Orleans. We went down to New Orleans and we went to watch him because I wanted to go watch him. And so we went to go watch him, and he had a lot of good material that was very suitable for me in general. A lot to talk about his family, but in more of a back shop kind of way. He talked about it like he was talking to the guys about it instead of talking to his wife's friends about it. So I enjoyed him. I enjoyed watching him. I watched his openers come out and do their 15-minute sets, and he had a great setup, had a great up show, and never got a chance to actually meet him. I would like to actually meet him, but we enjoyed ourselves that night and came home that next day. But yeah, today trying to get everything set up with the sound, trying to see what works with sound material, posting new stuff, trying to post new stuff. This is the first time I posted something new in 7 years. I am not joking. When I saw a little bit walking on the couch just now from the side view, I thought it was a big, humongous cat. I'm not lying until I turned my head and I was like, oh, it's her. Yeah, she's been sitting up here on my lap every time she turn around. But yeah, nothing's been going on special in my life in general. I would love to do poker plays, and for any poker lovers out there, I love to go to Horseshoe and Bally's and actually do some poker tournaments. But right now we're just saving up some money, take care of our livelihood and taking care of things around the house, taking care of our cats, taking care of everything in general. So it's really tough to enter a tournament right now. But in general, I would love to enter a poker tournament and perform, because I've been watching a lot of live streams from Daniel Negreanu, watching a lot of live streams from WSOP Main Event, Poker Go in general, like the heads up coin. Well, that was really good. I don't know what that was, but something just fell. Let me go see what that is. Yep. Your laugh just wasn't laughing anymore. All right. Yeah. Yes. But yeah, let's see what's going on in the world today. Just flip up something, I guess, on Yahoo or Google or whatever. Wow, a little bit just jumps on my lap once again. No. Nothing really special. No, little girl, don't bite my hand. No, little girl, don't bite my hand. Yeah, she's sitting right here biting my hand.
If people are watching, they're going to find out what the hell you're talking about.
Okay. Well, people were watching down the line. This is what I'm talking about. This little thing right here was biting my hand constantly.
She's like a dog.
She's like a dog. Yes, she bites my hand. She climbs up here, pestering me, and yeah, exactly. She bites my ankles. She bites my toes. She bites everything possible. We adopted her. We found her on the side of the street, and we decided. She said, Shelby was like, "I want to take her in." Bad mistake now, but we love cats, and I told her she could, and she was like, "Even if you say no, I'm still gonna bring the cat in." No doubt about that. But I'm being honest. That's true. She actually said, "I don't care what you say. This cat is going in with me because it's so adorable." So you got to stand up for a little bit. Oh my gosh, Ronda Rousey hit cornrows, huh? Oh, I wish I could pull the camera that way and show it to it. I can't. So you're lucky. My hair was long enough. I probably could do that in mine. Microbraid it, put it all the way back. But I'm trying. I'm trying to create some kind of comedy. I don't know what to talk about unless you gotta give me some alcohol. You gotta give me some alcohol, give me drinking, and have it where it's not for children. I thought we wouldn't talk about radio much. We're about to go to the store just now. I'm gonna go grab some alcohol. After I get done with my video cast, I'm gonna go grab me some. My hair got cut today, folks. It was actually very, very long. And we would like for you to like, subscribe, follow, whatever it may be. I'm gonna put on there. I'm gonna create an Instagram for that. I don't know what this is. Hundreds of students stranded amid move in chaos. We got some people running through crazy. Nothing special right here. It snowed yesterday. That was like hell hath no fury, like snow in Louisiana. But we watched the snow come down for a little bit, and oh yeah, like and subscribe my page, Shockey in the afternoon, Shockeycast, Shockey at night. We're gonna start trying to come up with some new material soon. We just need some people to come on here and like and subscribe and go on super chats and talk in general, because that would be fun to just sit there and have some back and forth. It's all good. No one's watching, by the way. No one cares. I don't know if people really care, or they just haven't had a chance to watch because it's almost 11 o'clock. But yeah, I know. Here's something good somebody posted on here on Facebook just now. Let's do a reality check. A few years ago, gas was $1.89 at just about every gas station. My car has 20-gallon tank. Fill up about $38. Fill up cost was about $38. I fill up 3 times per week, or much more when traveling. $114 per week. $5,928 per year. Gas prices today are at $3.99 per gallon. Fill-up costs $80, $240 per week, at $12,480 per year. Gas prices expectations by July: $6.99 per gallon, $140 per fill-up, $420 per year, $21,840 per year for this year. And by July, it'd be $6.99 per gallon at the most.
It'd be easier to get a horse and a buggy.
Exactly. Let's just go Amish. We can save on not having any power.
Let's just take a line of crack and then run all the way where we gotta go.
Yeah, exactly. We can just practice with some track and crack and whatever it may be, Yeah. Oh, yeah. The gas prices are stupid high. Why? Because I can give you one reason only. Foreign oil. Sounds crazy. Foreign oil. A coworker of mine, said, I have a feeling we're holding a lot of oil in our homeland. And why are we? And he was saying about how we have more oil coming in from Texas, just stored away, that we could do whatever we want with for the next 60 years. And we're not doing anything with it. All we're doing is literally storing it away. It's not going to be good in the next 5-10 years because it's just sitting around. But it's one of the main concerns in Americans today. And that main concern is, are we going to lower these gas prices down so we can make it to our jobs? I don't really care about how much I'm getting paid. Actually, my job's pay expectancy rate is almost as high as my fiance's general manager makes, which is very, very good. So I'm not having no complaints toward my pay. I have complaints toward how am I going to get to work? If gas prices get to $5.99 a gallon, that's going to be about half of my paycheck almost a week. That's going to be crazy. And the thing is, how can I continue to afford paying rent, helping pay with the utilities, helping pay with the feed for cats and the litter for our cats to take care of them, and literally talking about just everything else in general. I'm reading. I was reading something. We ain't getting no views. We don't have no views. But what do you expect? It's the first time video recording it. You don't really get a lot of views on day one. And anybody out there wanting to get out there and make videos for YouTube in general, best advice is you're not going to get a lot for day one. People don't know you. People don't know who you are, what you're going to present. So I expect it every day. Like if I have 4 people or 5 people watching, that's amazing. Right now I have no views and no likes. All right, whatever, cool. After a 30-minute video, I get about 3 likes. I make 3 people. That's a plus. Because someone out there finally knows who I am. They probably want to watch me tomorrow. They want to see what new content I'm going to provide for YouTube in general. At the end of the day, I don't really care. At the end of the day, my feelings will not be tortured or hurt because of this right up here, this thing right there, where my finger is, where the thumbnail, this and people are. I'm not going to have a problem whatsoever with that. My goal in life is at least to make one person out there happy. And by next week, hopefully, we can start getting these views right up here. These. I know I should have putting it up like this, like I'm actually putting it up a gun sign. I got to grab something to eat, drink, dear.
I'll get it.
All right, thank you. But anyway, gas prices are so skyrocket in today's. This is higher than what it was when I was in high school. When I was a senior in high school, it was at $3.20 a gallon. Now it's at $3.99 a gallon to $4 a gallon. My goodness, can you imagine being in that predicament where you have to drive 100 miles a day? You have to drive 100 miles a day to your job, and you have to drive 100 miles a day back, and you can't get the gas to at least drop down to $2.50 a gallon or something like that. That's a recent decent amount. But you're making about $4 a gallon? That's insane. That's crazy. That's insane. That's too much to handle, even for paychecks. For paychecks in general. At it like, I'm not looking at America. There's nothing wrong with America, folks. When people say, man, I want to get out of America, I want to get out and get to another country. Honestly, there's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with America. It's probably the leadership that has been acquired to the White House, to the Senate, to the Congress. I'm not sitting here bashing them. I'm saying we got a new president. Yes, we have a new president, folks. He's been in for about 2 years now. I'm not saying... I know I'm hearing it right here. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying he needs to listen more to his cabinet, or else you're just going to literally get ate up. You're going to get ate up. No one's going to like you, and you're just going to get kicked off right on the spot. Like, that's a serious note. And the thing is, that's the first time I think I've seen watching the State of the Union address. I watched it. That's the first time I actually seen a clear message from the President of the United States that actually made some sense. But I can't approve. Because you're not actually doing something. You're telling the people what you're going to do. It's not about what you're going to do. It's about what you have done. In general, this is what we've done. We've blocked out the illegal immigrants from doing any crimes in the United States. We've helped with the gas prices by buying the Keystone oil spill, Keystone thing. Great job, throwing cold. Oh, that was you. Well, I got a comment. That's not bad at all. I like that. I got one viewer, Shelby. She got it right here. I'm actually looking at it right here.
What's your name?
It's Keith Shockey. It's Shockey in the afternoon. Shockey. No, this is Shockeycast video.
No, you have to look up Keith Shockey.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's my channel. Is Keith Shockey. It's under my name. But anyway, in general, I haven't even seen the vice president. It's the first time I've seen the vice president in like 2 years. What are you doing? Shockey, like Shockey. But this video is Shockeycast video. Trying to try new things. We're trying to do Shockeycast because we don't know whether it's going to be Shockey in the afternoon or Shockey at night or Shockey in the morning. And I'm watching this on the side here, and I think it's funny how our YouTube videos that we're watching in general, I watched the video down here on the side, and literally it's like 4 seconds behind what I'm doing right now. So I need to work on this mic too. You can't see the mic, which is good. But the thing is, nice. I'm sorry, folks. I'm getting comments are for people who are here. But we're working on getting new material out here, so we ain't sitting here bashing the president constantly or bashing the cabinet constantly or bashing people. We're not bashing people in general. Well, you said nice cut. You said nice cut.
Good.
I was like CUT, which I like that because it's actually pulling up super chats, so people actually can come on here and watch it in general. But like and subscribe because I don't really know what else to talk about. This is a new video.
Who's T?
Huh?
There's a T.
A T.
Growing cold is me.
Yeah, that's Shelby.
Oh.
That's who's on there watching right now, or you are one. But I wish there was a way I could make fun of politicians. I really do. I think they're really uncertain of what they want to do in life. That's kind of like I think we should treat everybody come check out Shockeycast. Oh, that's so thoughtful. Thank you so much. I wish I was like Timcast IRL or Seamus from Freedom Tunes, but I don't really know how to explain what goes on. I wish my mic worked really well so people can hear me very, very clearly with the mics. But we're going to get that straight, folks. We're going to get that straight. And hopefully I can do some more, probably sing some songs, try some new stuff, get a mic where actually you don't really see me. you end up hearing me. And that was the goal. The goal was to be the voice of a new generation. But in general, I get help. I really do. Even doing this for so many years, you got to go with what's going on with today. And it's new. It is when I'm sitting around flipping left and right. And, you're kind of nervous. My mic's not even on, but I'm putting my face like I'm going toward the mic, and the mic's not even on. It isn't. Like, the actual computer is doing this. So it's all new. It's all new to me. It's all new. And the potential rarity in American politics. Congressional map. Looking up some new stuff, folks. Trying to figure some stuff out. For years, American congressional map favors Republicans over Democrats. But that may not remain the case for long. In a departure from a decades-long pattern in American politics, this year's national congressional map is poised to be balanced between the two parties, with a nearly equal number of districts that are expected to lean Democratic and Republican for the first time in more than 50 years. That's very interesting. I think that political maps, that I don't believe that political maps should be even determining what the president should be. I think it's I know it's a lot toward the what you call it? Gosh, the Electoral College. I think that's what the Electoral College has a lot to do with it. So people who vote for him, vote for A or B, decide the factor of who the Senate or the Congress or whoever else votes on. And what they vote on will be the majority of who the people vote on. But I don't remember what that other site was on. This is on NPR. Talk about 6 questions for politics in 2022. Now, here's a question. I'm just going to talk about the questions. I'm not going to talk about what's in the questions, as in the articles that were written. You just got to look that up for yourself and determine for yourself. It was actually written by Domenico Montanaro, who wrote this out, by the way. I'm not going to go into full detail. I'm just going to talk about my opinion on the politics of 2022. And the first question comes up: can Biden turn it all around? There's a possibility he could, but he had to listen more toward the Republican side and also the Democrat side, and kind of done the middle. See, the president is a neutral ground. He or she is a neutral ground who can agree or disagree, but they're going to put their idea in on the idea of what Senate said what they want to do. So think about it like this, and I'm going to say it like this because I'm backwards, by the way. I'm actually doing this right side, left side, but in the camera view, it's actually left side, right side. Okay. Republican side makes an idea or vote. They want to do an idea. They tell the president, this is what I think. Democrats, they want to vote. But in the middle is the president. They're putting all this up there and hoping that the president can agree to pass a law. Can Biden turn it all around? He can. He has a possibility. He's got about 2 more years left in the White House. He got inaugurated in 2021. It's 2022 now, so he's passing his first year in office. And there is a possibility. I'm not talking too much trash about him, but he's got a lot to fix. He's got so much more than Donald Trump had to fix at the time. Yeah, he faced the COVID-19 crisis. But anyway, there's a lot of things that Joe Biden has to work on when it comes to how he's going to turn. It's not the can Biden turn it all around. It's the fact of how is he going to turn it all around? And he's got one of the next to the lowest approval ratings. And it's funny? Donald Trump has the lowest approval rate with 36%. I don't know who's been voting on this stuff, but as of first year, Joe Biden's approval rating at the end of his first year of office is lower than many presidents who came before him. The last one at the bottom was Donald Trump. So Donald Trump 36, Biden's at 43. And oops, dropping the phone there. Second question: will he get back to any sense of normal? I honestly don't believe he will, because at the age he's at today, he's almost at 80 years old. You're not really going to not just the generation he came from, but the factor of what's going on with people today is producing at a much higher rate. See, Joe Biden is probably producing at like slow rates like this. When they're expecting a president to go in year one. In year one, they want him up this high, but what he's thinking is that he's down at this high. So he has to be more energetic. He has to be more understandable, and he's got to make better sense when it comes to how am I going to get from here, which is year one at 43%, to getting up to here at 100 or 80%. So this is what I think. I think that he's going to have to get a lot of help to get from here to here and be approved for the next term. So will he get back to any sense of normal? My opinion is, this is my opinion, respectfully, I don't think he's going to be in a state of mind to even go for a re-election, even if he was approved by the Senate, even if he was approved by just anybody in general, even if he did a great job. I don't think people are going to want him to come back into that. They're going to find another Democrat to fall in that line. They're going to say, Mr. President, we don't think you're capable, or you're incapable of trying to go for next term, which he could be really respectful toward that. He would be understandable. He would probably go against it in any way, but I don't think he's capable of being going back in 2024, and that's when Donald Trump's going to come in. In my opinion, Donald Trump has a lot to think about for the next 2 years. How am I going to approach this campaign coming up in 2 years? And will I get the leverage and the support for my platform to get my word across? So I go to the number 3. By the way, this is on NPR News online. When you want to look this up, you can. It's pretty interesting. Number 3, by the way, they're actually topics underneath it. I'm just giving my views and opinions on what I think is going on with this. So number 3 caption says, what, if anything, are Democrats able to pass? Now, that's a good question. I haven't really got to look into the full detail 100% about that, but that's a lot to do with looking into it more. The article is very interesting, and Washington's got a lot on their plate when it comes to Democrat side or Republicans. Are Democrats able to pass a lot of things? It depends on whether it makes sense, whether it's useful for the people, by the people. They're going to have to go more in depth with what they're wanting to pass when it comes to bills or amendments or anything like that. Because Republicans are not going to buy it in any way. They're not going to go for it in any way. They're going to flip it toward them. And not to mention with 2022 coming around, the Republicans are going to get a lot of approval when it comes to the Senate and toward the House of Representatives. So if Democrats are trying to do something, they're going to have to flip their switch around, and they're going to have to change their ideology, because wokeness is pretty bad right now. It's not really good at all. So let's go to number 4, okay? Because that one's very interesting. Can Democrats pass things? Yeah, they can pass things. I've seen a lot of stories of, they're still working on the Build Back Better bill, and I don't think that that's a bad plan. I think that it could improve to a better plan. But we're going to number 4. By the way, this is all on NPR. There's articles about this with the top 6 questions that is going on. Let me go back a little bit and I can find the questions for y'all. This is on NPR Kira, by the way. That's the online site. She found it for me. And the question is the 6 questions for politics in 2022. I'm using these questions to answer for myself, not even going through and reading the articles. I would like to read the articles. That would be very interesting. But from what I've seen from political news, from Fox News or CNN News in general, and I like to look up Timcast IRL. By the way, Timcast IRL is a very good for independent source of journalism. They actually have their own site called Timcast, timcast.com. And Tim Pool does a really great job with his live streaming as well. I would, he's up in West Virginia or whatever. I would love for him to hear from me. And I'd like for him to kind of bring me in. But, that's a long travel. That's a long flight. But in general, this probably can actually put me out there, hopefully. I don't know if I get a lot of viewers from him in general. But we're going to number 4. Number 4. Number 4, do Democrats take back control of Congress? And if so, what will they do? Well, the thing is, what I was talking about prior to that, when it was talking about Democrats being able to pass any laws, it's based off of races, such as not being like racist in general, but the races of Congress. A little bit. Sorry about that. But the question is, can the Republicans, they have to have a good platform. They have to have something that is very believable by the citizens of that region in general, such as, for instance, I'm from Louisiana. Louisiana is primarily a Republican voted state. It votes for the president as of a Republican to be president in general. So we got a lot of Donald Trump is a very highly favorite in the state of Louisiana. Louisiana has a high voter rate toward Donald Trump than Joe Biden. Probably about a 60% voting average. If I looked at the 100% of the state of Louisiana, 60% of the state of Louisiana primarily votes in favor of Donald Trump than Joe Biden. Joe Biden had about a 40% when it came to that majority. That's how Donald Trump probably won. So it's based off of the regions in general, such as Atlanta. Atlanta was primarily a city metropolitan area. So they primarily are in toward the city, toward the politics in the city. And they think differently than people who live in the urban communities, out in the woods, out in the country, and stuff like that. So do Republicans take back control of Congress? And if so, what will they do? So that's a good. The question of that is, what can they do? They can do a lot of stuff because a lot of their bills are very sensible. They actually make a lot of sense when it comes to where are we pushing this to move in that direction. Such as they're probably going to lean toward a lot of bills that are going to help with finances, with construction projects, infrastructure, Medicare, such as medical affordability for prescription medication. I know there's a lot of big words in general, but they're going to look for a lot of things that are going to help the American people. Now, yes, conflicts over in Europe is a very big situation when it comes to Ukraine and Russia. But we need to focus on the American people here in the United States of America. I think that if the Republicans took back the House, they would go into very exclusive detail toward the plans that they're presenting toward the House and toward the Senate. So I think they have a chance. They have a very highly likely chance of making a change in the political structure of that. And I'm talking, I know this is a lot to process.
You ready to finish?
Huh?
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, yeah. So number 5, Number 5 is, what does the January 6th Select Committee come up with and when? Now, the question I want to know is, what is the January 6th commitment? And the January 6th Committee is what I like to know, because I can't really answer that question if I don't know the details of what this committee represents. The only thing I know is that it is the Congressional Committee investigating the January 6th insurrection. We've been past a year now. A year. This should be brought. This ain't even considered an insurrection. People voluntarily walked, opening up the door, walking into the White House. An insurrection would be like coming in, bashing the windows, taking out people like police, and going in and saying, we're going to take over this mofo. You know what I mean? That's what I think of when I think of an insurrection. One, January 6th committee shouldn't even be established. They should be done with already. They should be out of this. This was over a year ago. Why are we even doing this? So we're going to pass that right now. There's a lot to it. It was an insurrection and a threat of democracy. 89% of Democrats agreed on that. 43% of independents agreed on that, and 10% of Republicans agreed on that when it comes to overall. It was a political protest protected under the First Amendment. Yes, the right to freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of press. Which 45% of Republicans, 45% was Republicans when it came to agreeing on that particular concept of that. 30% of independents believe that it was a political protest protected under the First Amendment, and 2% of Democrats agreed that it was protected under the First Amendment. Now, we'll go to the third section, which is, it was an unfortunate event, but in the past, so there's no need to worry about it anymore. 35% actually of Republicans agreed upon that. 20% to 19% overall believe that it was the independents of the political party actually believed in that. And 6% of Democrats actually agreed on that statement. We'll go with number 6 now. Number 6 question goes to, it is, does the Supreme Court severely curtail abortion rights? That's a really, really tricky, that's a very picky topic of discussion. Roe v. Wade has been a very big subject for over 30 years. Over 30 to 40 years, since the early 70s. And it was talking about the right to have an abortion. Now, people out there are going to say, my body, my choice. And it's understandable. But the thing is this, you're killing a live child. You are. And for me, abortion rights, there should be no such thing as abortion. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for that agreeable statement. But the thing is, but to an extent, yes. You know, there are certain agreements that I believe you can use that right. You know, it shouldn't be used for everybody to say, oh, I'm just going to go have an abortion because I'm pregnant because I was fooling around with Joe Bob over here and he didn't use protection, but I still wanted to have sex because it felt good. But anyway, said he didn't know how to pull out. You know, that's sorry. You chose that action. You're pregnant. Sorry. You're going to have to go through that action. And in my opinion, have the child, let them give up the child to an adoption clinic and let them take care of that. But the thing is, you should not sit there and go, I'm going to have an abortion because I feel that is my choice. My body, my choice. It's my right to, because I can do whatever I want to with myself. Now, if a woman came in court and said, I've been sexually abused or sexually harassed or sexually assaulted by a gentleman on the side of the street when I was walking home from my job, he grabbed me, he assaulted me, and I became this way, then yes, it's an understandable statement. But anyway, does the Supreme Court severely curtail abortion rights? It's a tough subject to even discuss, to even go into full details about. I honestly think that it will be not passed in specific states based off of how they feel about the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision. There's a lot to go into when it comes to those details. And anything, political, like House and Senate have a lot to discuss. We're about halfway through the year. We're about halfway through the year of the 2022 year. And I'm not going into full route detail. I don't want to, because I know it's open for children. That's why I have not said any ugly profanity whatsoever. I try to keep it that way. But I like to hear feedback any way possible. I know it's a lot of deeper material than I normally do. But I look forward to hearing what people have to say in general. I discussed politics today. I could be discussing sports tomorrow.
Speaking of sports, what's the next game though?
Football is not anytime soon until basketball. Oh gosh, there's so many basketball games right now. They're like halfway through the season of NBA. College is pretty much almost done. March Madness is coming around the corner. That's an early March. Well, it's actually coming on now, probably. They're right now. The SEC tournament's going on right now. Right now for basketball, baseball, LSU. I follow LSU, Louisiana State University, in baseball. They are way better than their football team.
It's been a couple weeks. Let's talk about that Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Both teams did a great job, but Los Angeles was better prepared than Cincinnati in general. That was last month. And people would say, oh, it was a fixed game, because it was in Los Angeles and Los Angeles won. Give it to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow did a very good job when it came to how he played. He hurt his knee in the middle of the game, and he kept on playing. And people gave him harsh criticism toward how he kept on with playing in that game. He is a very well educated, very, very well smart, and he's going to do a lot of great things with Cincinnati in the next 5 years. Guaranteed they're going to go back to the Super Bowl at some point or another. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It's not just going to be him. I honestly believe that Kansas City is going to make their run as well next year. And there's a lot of it's a toss-up with NFC. NFC, you're going to have a lot of teams fighting for that top chance to go to the Super Bowl. You got your common teams in the AFC, such as, you got Kansas City, you got the Patriots, you got all these teams that have been to the Super Bowl for the AFC. They're likely favorites. But NFC fights constantly, and you see a different team coming in. Like last year, Tampa Bay. Year before that, it was Los Angeles. It was the New England. There was different teams that went to the Super Bowl, and they played for the AFC. AFC is a very debatable discussion. NFC, AFC is going to be fine. They're probably going to have either Kansas City or Cincinnati. NFC, there's like 4 teams that have a likely chance of making a run for the Super Bowl. In general, all the rest of them are probably going to be very unpredictable. It's going to be an unpredictable season. I think that I think Green Bay's going to be they're going to do a better job next year. They had a good run next year. They got some things to improve on, but I think they got a likely chance of making it. They had a good run this year. Cincinnati's going to be running good. The Cowboys are going to make a good run this year. They got a few things they got to change up on some things. There's a few teams out there that are going to make a great impact on the 2022-2023 season. College-wise, you got your pretty typical 4 teams. But anyway, I'm almost at the hour mark of doing this Shockey cast. We talked about a lot of things, mainly the 6 topic questions that was discussed by politics this year when it comes to the Biden administration. What's going to happen tomorrow, we don't know, but we'll find out, and we can bring it to y'all. And hopefully y'all will enjoy it.
Send me a comment of what to talk about.
Yes, yes. She said that. Bring put some comments on there, and I would love to talk about tomorrow. She kind of helped me out today with a lot of things. I probably deleted all of her stuff, but anyway, because I thought this was my phone. But I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Take care. Have a good night, and I will probably see y'all tomorrow. Take care, and love you all.